All right, welcome back to Musical Musings. I'm Callum.
I'm Janie.
I'm Jack.
We are continuing our themed month of listening to music that our parents liked when we were kids. This week is my pick. I picked Highway to Hell by AC/DC, which is very much the song I associate the most with like my dad growing up. So we'll give that a listen. You can give a listen to the link down below, and we'll catch you.
And if you're Australian and you're confused, we're talking about Akadaka.
Akadaka, as we just learned because Jamie told us they called AC/DC Akadaka, which is longer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little extra.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of unnecessary.
Like,
But sure.
aren't nicknames usually shorter?
I know.
And what was bell peppers, like Kappa's casing or something?
Capsicum.
Oh, capsicum.
Kappa's casing.
Sorry.
It's a bullet with like Bowser on it.
No, it's a lake. Lake Kappa's casing.
No, I just think of like a Kappa as
You never heard of Kappa's casing?
No.
Oh,
It's a very specific thing to know.
Little geography lesson here on Musical Musings. Anyways, go listen to Highway to Hell. I mean, I'm sure everybody's listening to Highway to Hell
Everybody's
already,
Highway to
but,
Hell.
Whatever.
All right, catch you in a few minutes. All right, that was Highway to Hell by AC/DC. I feel like this is one of those songs that just everybody has like heard.
Such
Everybody
a
in the planet
classic.
knows. Yeah. What do you guys think?
You know, what struck me was like, by the last part where they kept saying Highway to Hell, it started having that thing where it's like you say a word a certain amount of times and it starts having no
means
meaning.
nothing.
Yeah.
And like it's like they said it so many times.
Yeah. Again, like sitting down to do the podcast and analyzing music makes you really listen to it in a different way. And it's like, wow, they really repeat that a lot. Like,
And the whole song is just the same riff.
Yeah.
Like it does not move.
not really. It's just like the same riff and then the solo and then the same riff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do love the music of this. Like, I really like Angus Young as a guitarist.
Yeah.
He's like an actual crazy person.
Oh, really?
Have you never seen what he was live?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like the
Like
schoolboy
what?
outfit, right?
Yeah. Like
Like schoolboy, what do you mean by that?
you know, I guess like back in the 70s, 80s, whatever,
Yeah.
you would what like schoolboys in
Probably even
Britain,
before
Australia.
then, like 60s.
I'll just show you photos. It's like really short shorts.
yeah,
and,
no,
like, the
I've
button
seen
up.
the uniform
Yeah.
type thing.
He was that.
Okay.
Did you ever watch
Interesting.
School of Rock?
Yes.
Like when Jack Black was this really short shorts. It's a joke
Yeah.
about Angus Young.
Okay.
Same thing.
Okay.
That's what he looks like.
I
And
never
he's
would've
the
got that
only one in
reference.
the band who does it.
Yeah,
It's just him.
yeah. And he always plays the Gibson SG.
Yes.
Yeah, this song was like, I knew, the only lyric I knew was Highway to Hell.
It's only when you need
and the first, like, living easy,
Yeah.
that was it. And Highway to Hell. I'm like, okay. So now
I mean, that's half the song.
that is pretty much half the song is just Highway to Hell.
I think it might be more than half. It
Yeah.
actually could be.
Yeah. But,
Yeah, this is like this is dad rock. This is like the most
100%.
dad rock.
This is like, for me, when I think about my dad with this song, because this is the type of music he listened to too, it was like hanging out in the garage, smoking cigarettes, drinking beer, working on his bike, and listening to this type of music was like, which
Yeah.
is not how my dad is at all now.
Not anymore,
which is
but-
crazy, but
Well,
yeah.
see, it's funny because I call this dad rock, but my dad was not into like AC/DC or like hard rock at all
No.
in the 70s. He was much more of like a progressive rock guy, which he like has handed down to me as well.
So
But
we know he's a fan.
Unfortunately, yeah, for Callum. But yeah, no, but it definitely, yeah. I mean, like this is just kind of like, you know, sitting on my front porch having
Yeah.
a beer. Like
It's like Zeppelin, Guns N' Roses, and AC/DC are the most like sitting on a lawn chair, shirtless, taking
Yeah.
a nap with a beer.
yeah,
Like,
exactly, yeah.
um,
In like a suburban white neighborhood.
yeah,
Yeah.
like in the backyard, and it's just like,
Yeah,
yeah.
having a barbecue.
Oh fuck yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
this is definitely a barbecue song.
It is.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a dad's all like on his own song.
Yeah.
It's like mum's inside doing something else.
Yeah.
Dad gets to listen to his music. It's
Yeah.
Highway to Hell.
Yeah,
But
but it's a good song.
it is a good song.
It's a great riff. You know, the vocals by Bon Scott are great.
yeah.
And this is the last album where he was the lead singer, right?
He
So
died after this.
yeah, this is 79. So yeah, it kind of and it's probably maybe other than Back in Black, this is like their most well-known song.
It probably is. They have a couple big ones. Like Hell's Bell is pretty big.
TNT.
and TNT is huge. Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap.
Thunderstruck,
Thunderstruck's massive.
yeah.
Long Way to the Top if you want to rock and roll.
Yes, yeah. There's so many good AC/DC songs.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean,
And then there's like the rest of them are just copies of those good ones.
well, people
Yeah.
because people say, oh, they all sound the same, which is true,
They sound similar.
but they're all very good.
They like if you're copying one song over and over again, but that one song is good, I mean,
My favorite AC/DC song is probably "Let There Be Rock." Do you know that?
that's a
one?
really good one too. Yeah.
Like the live version of that is
Yeah.
ridiculous.
I think I liked Highway to Hell the most as a kid, and now that I'm older, I think Hell's Bells is where I
Mhm.
sit. Because it's like harsher,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is kind of the kind of music I'm into now.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember distinctly like the vibe that I get thinking about this song is like if I was going somewhere with just my dad, like if it was just me and him going
Mhm.
somewhere for whatever reason. It's like driving on like roads outside of the city in like a very specific like a black Infinity
Mhm.
that I used to have. Probably too fast in the summer, blaring this, and it's just the most like. It's even. Do you guys know the roads that go up towards Lake Kelso?
No, but
No, it's just like north. For
Okay,
basically.
okay, yeah.
There's like certain roads that kind of like go like they. It's over a lot of hills.
mhm.
And I remember it being like a roller coaster road is what we call it. So you just like play AC/DC as we drove up and down that and like not a sports car, but like a nicer car.
Right. That's cool. That's a good memory.
Yeah, it's the most distinct memory of like 8-year-old Callum.
Yeah.
Did you actually like the music growing up though, or was
Yeah.
it just like okay?
Yeah, this is my dad was the first big influential like music source for me, I guess. So classic rock is what I was listening to a while, and then like my uncle Steve, who I also want to. I've never met anybody else who just calls himself Steve.
Steve, I was just gonna say that's
It's a
an
weird.
interesting
Its name is Steven, but he doesn't even go by
Oh.
Steve.
It's
It's just a Steve.
okay.
Interesting.
Which is
Interesting.
quite funny.
That is pretty fun.
Yeah, he introduced me to like the Killers. That's all his
Okay,
influence and
okay.
stuff. But the classic rock, that's all my dad.
Right.
I also think with AC/DC, a lot of their like just like Highway to Hell is prime example. A lot of their stuff is very like repetitive in the music,
Yes.
even
Yeah.
Thunderstruck or TNT, and I think that almost contributes to like kids who grew up with their parents listening to it to like getting into that
Yeah.
music because it's easy for them to follow.
Yeah,
Like
it's very catchy. Yeah.
Jordan and I, when we're in the car with our nephews, will listen to Thunderstruck and they can follow along and say Thunder,
Yeah.
Thunder, and
It's
they love it.
so
and-
catchy. Like it's not deep, but God, is it memorable?
But it doesn't need
Yeah.
to
It
be.
doesn't need to be. Yeah, like
Yeah.
again, Prince's music is much better written, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. Yeah.
It's like headbanging music,
yeah.
but not like angry headbanging. It's just
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and like Kiss is kind of the same thing. Like
Kiss,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kiss is a good
My
one.
dad listened to a lot of Kiss.
I really like Kiss.
My sister is named after a Kiss song. Her name is Beth.
Oh, Beth. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I forgot that you knew my sister. I knew my sister. Yeah, all those like super classic rock bands are all the same, right?
Yeah.
For the most part.
I like Kiss because I like the makeup. I think that's
Yeah,
cool.
they're a
Mhm.
lot. They're funny to look back on.
And they have like so many different costumes they wore. Like they have like different eras. And...
Yeah, and they were surprisingly like versatile.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know if this is off topic. Who sings the song that's like "Schools Out"?
That's Alice
for
Alice
Summer?
Cooper.
Cooper. Yeah.
Is that the lead singer of Kiss?
No.
No.
That's Gene
That's
Simmons.
that's a well.
Sorry,
so-
I'm not very well
No,
versed.
no,
in
no,
this.
it's
And
fine.
all the people in the comments are gonna
No,
come.
no.
But I thought I remember growing up and there being like a toothbrush commercial or something with Kiss in it. And they were like advertising this toothbrush. Maybe, I don't know. Do you guys remember that? And I thought I remembered the "School's Out for Summer" being like the song in the background.
Alice Cooper, did he ever wear makeup like
Yeah,
that? He did, didn't
Well,
he?
Okay, maybe I had it
not
mixed
to like
up.
the same extent, but
Yeah.
he did wear makeup.
Yeah, Kiss kind of looked like clowns looking back. But Alice
Yeah.
Cooper wore makeup
He
too.
wore like a lot of like eye makeup
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
stuff. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
So
don't know
it was
enough
probably
about
like
that.
you knew of Kiss.
Probably
wearing
you just
makeup.
got them.
Yeah.
You got them confused. Probably.
Yeah.
Very loud faucet.
Yeah.
Which has like the most ridiculous water pressure and reaches like 1,000 degrees Kelvin and like
the surface of the sun.
yeah.
It's actually not. It's 1,000 degrees Kelvin's like 700 degrees. Isn't
Yeah, I don't know. I just Kelvin to me means hot. So.
it? Yeah. Zero Kelvin is absolute zero. You can't go negative.
What do you mean?
Like I think I could be completely wrong, but I think Kelvin is the same scale as Celsius, but 0 Kelvin is absolute, like the coldest you can possibly get. It's like the
Oh.
coldest of the dead parts of space.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And then it just scales up from there. So like I think 264 Kelvin is 0 Celsius.
Okay.
Might be wrong. It's been a long time since I've taken a science class.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not following any of this conversation.
Jamie's like, what's Calvin?
I'm a journalist.
Who's Calvin? Yeah.
Calvin, I heard he's hot.
Yeah.
Jack said Calvin's hot.
He is really hot, yeah.
That's hilarious.
All right.
But yeah,
Anything
classic
else?
song. Well, I want to know your thoughts on the like guitar solo, because I feel like there's been songs that we've done, Jack's picks, where there's been guitar solos, and you're like, these are pointless. Like they're stupid. They shouldn't be here. They're sentences. So in this song, is this one that you appreciate, or is it the same kind of thing where you're like, eh?
It's one that feels like it's there for fun, not one that's there to show off.
Okay.
And I can't describe the difference.
I feel like maybe because the song is so repetitive, if they didn't have that break
Yeah, then
Yeah.
it
in
would be
between,
like,
it would be a
you need
lot.
you need a guitar.
Like, I think the issue that I might have with stuff like Genesis's solos was, like, the song was all over the place, and then it's a 2-minute solo that didn't affect the pacing of the song at all. Like, it felt like another thing that they put in the middle that didn't attach to anything else.
Mhm.
This feels like it belongs in the song.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to describe that better than just, like, it feels right.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I like it. I think that it fits the song, and I can't imagine the song without it. I feel like,
Yeah.
well, the song will be so short, and
It would not be
like
good. It would not be near
maybe
near as
like
good.
10 words that aren't Highway to Hell, and then the song will be done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, that was... How long is it? It's only like a 2 and 3
3
minutes
and a
long?
half
Three-
minutes.
Is it 3.5
Yeah.
minutes?
3 minutes 28 seconds to be exact.
We're always exact here on this podcast.
Oh, we always are.
As I just say, like, I have no idea how to explain
Yeah.
this.
All right, well, unless you guys have anything else to say.
Don't think so.
All right, good song, classic track.
Like, comments, and subscribe. Follow us on Spotify. It's all in the... I'm pointing again.
Yeah.
It's all in the description of the YouTube video if you're watching it. If you're on Spotify,
There's a description
you're already on Spotify. Is that... Well, good, because we need to put... I
Yeah.
put all the YouTube links on Spotify, so...
Unlike my PayPal, you can donate money to me for no reason.
We can do a subscription thing where it's people pay $1 a month to get extra episodes, which I don't think we're going to do.
Well,
We
that's
can
if
barely make time for
Yeah,
these
we-
episodes.
no, that was-
This episode is on
Late.
time tomorrow.
if we actually like gain a following and like make some money off of it, then yeah, we
we'll
can
do like
that.
ads or something.
Sure.
Like, well, we're not going to ask people to pay, I don't think, but we'll see.
No, I just mean like a Patreon. Well, we'll save this for after we
Yeah.
stop recording.
We'll save this for the Patreon discussion. So once people
Yeah.
are actually already
Yeah.
paying us,
Yeah.
then we'll talk about
We'll
the pricing
talk
scheme.
about the pricing.
When
yeah.
you already know the pricing scheme because you already fucking paid for it. That's how we get
Scam of
you.
all time.
It's called a pyramid scheme.
So the episode of The Office where he's explaining it and Jim just walks up and just like draws this fucking triangle
Yeah.
around the thing. He's like, I need to make a call.
Yeah.
So good.
The best fucking cold opens, oh my god. Alright. Well, next one is What Are Jacks? You don't tell us which song it is, but is it your mom or your dad's?
It's dad's.
Dad's, nice. So we're all going dad picks.
No, mine was
Nope,
mom.
yours was mom. I don't know why I said that.
Well, I told you in the car that if I had picked my dad's music, what song I would have
Right,
picked. That's
right,
probably
that's
why.
what it was. Alright, we'll see you next week with the next episode.